So, Jonah, you're great in the movie. I love Moneyball.
Thanks, Joe.
I wanted to ask you, the scenes with you and Brad Pitt, I thought were the best in the film. It seemed like your chemistry was very natural. Did you guys do any rehearsals?
We rehearsed quite a bit, yeah. We had a couple months of rehearsal on and off, and we spent a lot of time. And we knew our relationship was the central relationship of the movie, so it was important to have this Woodward and Bernstein kind of thing. We referenced like all the President's Men, right, of how they could finish each other's sentences and how they would talk about so passionately together about this controversial thing they were dealing with.
Yeah. The script was written by two of the best in Hollywood.
Right, Aaron Sorkin, Steven Zillian.
Yeah, and I wondered if the script was your Bible on set, or were you allowed to improvise at all?
Well, these guys, I mean, Aaron Sorkin wrote The Social Network, and Steven Zillian wrote Schindler's List. So, you know, I mean, these guys, to me, it wasn't about, I had nothing to improve upon their script, you know. There were moments that were improvised, but they were more character things, and these guys just wrote a beautiful, eloquent script.
Right. Next question I wanted to ask was about your transition from comedy to drama.
Mm-hmm.
And the theater I was in broke out in laughter during the Rincon trade.
Right.
When you celebrated.
Yes, this thing, yeah.
Right. And I wondered if you thought your fans expect you to be funny.
Well, that was a funny moment, but it's funny in a different way. You know, I think I really love that this movie gets some laughs in moments, but it truly is a drama and a dramatic performance from me. And I think, you know, my fans have been so cool to accept me from movies like Superbad and Get Him to the Greek and things like this. But then I made a movie called Cyrus, which was kind of a mix of the two, which is like a drama and a comedy. And I thought it was a really great bridge to a drama like Moneyball, because, you know, I'm asking for acceptance from the people who have been so cool to me to say, hey, you're used to me doing this one thing, but there's more to me than that, and I'm going to pursue more than that, and I really hope you accept that. And Moneyball is a performance I couldn't be prouder of, and it's a complete 180 from what you're used to seeing me do. And hopefully the people that like the other stuff just will like this stuff too, you know.
Yeah, I thought you did a great job. Did you find drama to be harder than comedy? Is there...
I trained doing both. You know, most of the plays I did in college were dramas, and comedy I love doing. But to me, it's just my favorite actors are Dustin Hoffman and Bill Murray, because they can do both comedy and drama both so seamlessly.
Right.
And that to me is what I would aspire to in my own career.
Cool. That was actually my next question. Do you try to emulate anybody in the role, or?
Oh, in the role, I mean, I imagined, you know, I think this, you know, like Woodward and Bernstein was something we talked about a lot, like from All the President's Men and Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman's characters. And, you know, I really love Dustin Hoffman and Bill Murray. I think, you know, a movie like Superbad could have been a part that Bill Murray could have played when he was young. And I think, you know, in Moneyball, I think Dustin Hoffman could have played that part, you know, when he was younger. And obviously I don't look like either of them, but not aesthetically, but just the type of roles. And I think I'm just really proud to be getting to do both, you know.
I wondered if you followed baseball history at all. Do you realize that you're a part of baseball history at this point?
Well, I think it's really cool to have made a movie about authentic events in baseball history, and to me, it's interesting being in Oakland and getting to like throw out the first pitch Sunday night and go to the game that night, and then, you know, do the premiere here in Oakland. Because, yeah, I feel like I will have a kinship to Oakland and the A's forever. Like, I feel like if I ever went to an A's game from now on, it will be a special thing for everybody together, because I've been a big part of this movie about the A's.
Absolutely. So I wanted to ask you about Brad Pitt. I've heard a lot of different stories about him on set, and I wondered if, well, actually, I wanted to ask you, honestly, what the least cool thing about him was.
The least cool thing about Brad Pitt? The least cool thing about him is that you can't find anything to make fun of him about.
Right.
He you know, when you joke around with your friend, like we're pals, and he's this, you know, iconic figure, but then you get past that stuff and you're just friends and you're hanging out making a movie and you're working together, and I find him really inspiring and smart and funny and hilarious actually, and talented, and I can't find anything to make fun of him about, and it's really annoying.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it was great chatting with you. That was a great interview. Thank you.